And here we are, Whistler 2022, after a 2-year break due to COVID. Here at Vancouver Airport, taking the Sea to Sky Highway. It's a real scenic drive going to Whistler. And this is the big relief when we finally get to the condo with bikes and everything, all of our bags. This is Snowy Creek, really nice place. It actually has 6 levels. It's a pretty pimp condo. And it also had a hot tub too, so that was pretty cool. This is the top floor, and then you got kind of this loft thing. Had a pull out and that hockey table. And downstairs, that's where me and Dwight stayed, in that room. And Creepin' Jamie in that room. And the bathroom. Two showers. And Creep stealing Dwight's mattress after he left because it was a memory foam and his was really stiff. And the hot tub. And the garage. And we stay right across the street from 29. Right there.
Hey, how come everybody's driving the same pickup truck?
It's the law.
The law? I can't tell if you're joking.
And we got really lucky. Our neighbor offered to make us this stand. He actually went to Function Junction, got the wood and the sawhorse brackets and everything. It was a lifesaver. And this is how you scan to get into the park. I have my pass in my pocket, and you just swipe it up against this sensor, and it opens, lets you in. And into the lift line. So the way these work, you got 3 on the rack, and 1 you hang it from the hook on the side, so you can either 3 guys, and usually the one on the end is for the singles line. And I guess nowadays the 29er large and XL bikes are so long that you can't put it on the hook on the end because the tires will drag on the ground, so they tell you to put it on the rack where I'm putting my bike right now. And you just wait for the seat behind you, and they have attendants on the top that unload the bikes for you. Real good, cool setup. And here we go, first day riding. Going into the newer upper A line. So you got this squirrel catcher thing with the rocks, and then it's a small little drop into a hip, left hip. I just short jump it. And then you gotta kind of pump these rollers, and then I would pedal after the rollers, clear the step down. This is my first lap, so I'm just kind of feeling it out. Then a table, no break that. And then this is a real fun whip jump. Pedal out of here, a few pedals, and then I could whip it out blind first lap. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, I got one good whip off of this one.
So here we go, it's Ninja Cougar, and we're gonna branch off into Fade to Black. Some nice berms in there. to this wooden feature, and then coming up you'll take a left, splits into Fade to Black right here. Kind of tech section, slow tech section. And then right there, I hate that rock because it's like really awkward and slow to get over. Then couple pedals into the first drop, and you just kind of, I kind of give couple pedals, a few pedals, and just no break it in this section. And this last little drop with a cheater ramp, and that's basically Fade to Black. And I only drink in Whistler with the boys and girls. And Longhorn, no commentary needed for this, just enjoy it.
I had a mullet for a little while, but I felt like people didn't really touch me.
And back at the condo, Dwight barbecuing some ribs. Weather was really nice and hot.
Save this sauce because of it.
And some riding. Upper A line. This is like the most famous downhill trail in the world. And nice and flowy. Pretty much just no break everything and your speed should be good. We had Eddie Masters in the condo with us for a week. Had to needed a place to stay for a week. I was asking him about A-line, and he was saying that at you know the pro level speed they just overshoot everything, so they gotta scrub all the jumps. But not me, it's perfect. And this is the A-line tombstone coming up. Gotta pump these rollers and huck it. I came up a little short, but close enough. And here's Derek with the follow cam, following me down Shady Acres to Del Boca Vista. It's probably the most fun green trails on the mountain. And it dumps you out. You can either continue to Easy Does It, or you can take lower A line. And here's our rest day, going to Peak and checking out the Sky Bridge. This is pretty cool. Overlooks Whistler. It's like a swinging bridge. Pretty cool. They just put it up recently, a few years. Really nice views. And it's probably like about 70 degrees, maybe higher. It was really hot. And here's another way to get up the mountain. It's the gondola. The guys, I'm only by myself, so the guy's telling me there's a singles line. I kind of forgot about that. So kind of due to COVID, they just let you, if you only have one in your party, just let you go. So it's pretty cool. This is actually like a passenger compartment, so there's that bar in the front, so it's kind of tight, and they want you to face your tire where they fold up the seat. And this is me taking Dwight down, towing him into the Dirt Merchant PROLINE. This is the section before the big step up, so I'll come around this corner. I paddle, take the drop, paddle, and huck it. And that was pretty much the cleanest I got it, so it's a pretty tricky one.
So you got them, just no brakes off this. Okay. Give me some space.
And this is Dwight's last day riding, I believe. And I told him, you gotta hit Dwayne Johnson. So towed him into Dwayne Johnson. You come into this first step of cooking, you wanna touch the brakes, but just stay off the brakes and your speed will be perfect. And brake a little for this corner, then just let off. Let it fly. You can brake tap a little for this one, or you can just stay off the brakes. I kind of brake tapped it, so I back tire tapped the step up.
Yeah. Woo, how's that?
Fucking good fun. But that step up is smaller than the A-line one.
It is, huh?
Yeah. I bet the lip is a little more poppy though.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad at all.
Yeah. Nice.
So glad to get a PROLINE off.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we gotta do this before you leave, bro.
I agree, but you know how tentative I was after that crash.
Yeah.
And you always see the pros, and I was like, is that Mermaider? Yeah, it looks like it. Shatter jersey in the Loose Riders, Maku's, and yep, that was her. And gotta hit up Sushi Village for the sushi and the sakeritas.
Thank you. And then there's still a couple more plates of nigiri.
Yeah, like that.
And of course, we gotta check out Alexa and Clark at Whistler Shooting Adventures. Really cool place. I wish we had a shooting range like this on Kauai. Really nice place. And it's in Pemberton, just outside of Whistler, like I would say about 30 minutes or less. And we got Creep and Dwight on the 9mm handguns.
Just look for that little red laser.
And
Put your left
now
hand
they're
out.
on these are 9mm Ruger carbines with red dots. These are really fun to shoot. Semi-auto. And you got the Ruger American Predator in 223 or 556. Bolt action. It's Creep, Dwight. And then here's me. I'm shooting 100 yards. We're shooting 100 yards with the Ruger American. And Dwight Mossberg 500 pump action 20 gauge.
Happy faces, yeah.
And here's me. Love my Mossberg, so always fun to shoot it. And here we go. This is the 300 PRC Ruger Precision. That was me.
So you see the targets
This
I'm talking
is
about? Yeah. Okay.
Dwight. 300 yards. The rifle is heavy and has a muzzle brake, so it's real. It doesn't kick very much. And here's Creep. He was kind of scared to shoot it, but I told him, just shoot it. It doesn't recoil. So he gave it a try, and he liked it. Boom. And we got Tom Akama's place, Kaze, in the West End. And I would say the sushi was better than Sushi Village. Really good sushi. And he treated us really well. He's friends with Derek and Garrett. And nothing beats watching World Cup downhill live at Whistler. Can't beat that.
Holy.
Guys are drinking beer.
She comes. Oh, she got him. Oh.
And my girl Kealani Hines, she's coming to Whistler for Crankworks. And she's teammates with Eddie Masters on Pivot, so I told him, hey, tell her send down a jersey or something, you know, to her biggest fan. Watching the new Dialed with Jordy. Fox's Dialed videos. We like them. And here's another rest day. Taking the gondola. Took it up to Roundhouse. Had lunch up there and then took it back down. Really nice ride. And that's Fitz. And here's Derek taking us down to the Gatorade Skills Park. You access it through Fantastic. And you got the drop zone here with the double black drop and the smaller drop. And it was pretty fun. It was not bad size. He was saying it was small, but it was decent. Just roll off of it. I think I gave a couple pedals and then just rolled off of it. And the rest of the crew coming down. I don't know, maybe 5 foot, 6 foot drop. A little smaller than the Fade to Black one, but good practice for that.
So this is the rock drop
and then we got the
just go off the
A-line rock drop simulator here. I would say it was pretty good practice for the rock drop.
Yeah, it's kind of like the rock drop.
A-line.
Yeah.
And here's the real A-line rock drop to ski jump. So for the ski jump, you just huck off the rock drop and just no break it, and it'll set you up perfect. They say that's the biggest jump on A-line, but I think the Moon Booter is bigger or farther. And coming up to what they call the A-line double, it's like 2 tables. That's where they take pictures. And coming into the Moon Booter this year, previous years I would have to pedal in, but you basically just roll in, no brakes, no pedals, and you pretty much land perfect. This year the trails were rolling pretty fast for some reason. And this was my last ride day. Hit Slayer. Nobody wanted to lead because they didn't remember the trail, so I just rode in blind, kind of just riding it off of memory. It's a nice mix of everything: jumps, drops, rocks. This drop is kind of sketchy, landing in rocks, and then there's a little rise or a hump, and then you gotta make the turn after that. and then you can just huck over this ladder. And then this section I tried a different line because I hate the line that you land into rocks. So it's a slower line, but it's smoother going off to the left. There's multiple lines on this rock slab. So
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
you're landing into rocks if you take the drop on the right of where I came down. Kind of just plunking down and then off the drop under the lift. And you kind of just no break this, and then you can huck this rock. Double it. I came up kind of short. And then this is the final drop, the rock drop.
Whoop.
And
Minor that one.
everybody else is gonna come in and hit it.
Yeah, boys.
Got Sean. And then you got the creeping Derek after
That's
him.
the line right there. Nice. Nice.
So after that drop, they need to delineate the trail a little better because you need to make a sharp
Go
right
straight down here.
and then go into the forest. But it looks like you can kind of go. There's no real defined trail. So some guys go into the bushes on the left of where I'm going down, and it's super steep, and they pile up in the bushes there. So,
HOD.
and this is HOD, Heart of Darkness. Exit trail back to the village. Nice little 2 tables. These are really fun. And that first one, you got the big lip on the left, and braking bumps galore on this trail because it's one of the few trails that exit to the bottom, so pretty much everybody got to ride this. And all through here it's just braking bumps, kind of crazy. You just kind of hang on. If you stay off the brakes, the braking bumps, they hurt less, but you know, sooner or later you gotta brake. So, and back to the village. And the weather went from sunny 90 plus degrees Fahrenheit to rainy and 50 degrees overnight. But that's Whistler. And gotta go check out the auto bike shops. Jamie here, he bought this new 100% carbon helmet. Pretty sick piece. And getting ready for Crankworks, and you can see rainy and cold. And after everybody was getting bucked on the big jumps, yep, they come to me to slow down their rebound. The finale, crabapple hits. And I'll share some tips. Richard Mukai, you can take notes. You're welcome. And this is Crabapple Hits 2022, and this is my first blind run down the trail. How I do it is I just do a speed check. I go up until this jump after the rock hip. It's kind of an indicator of how the bike will react, if it bucks or you know how it flies. So I use that as a good indicator, and if you know everything feels good on that jump, I just send it down the rest of the line. Because one of the guys in our crew, he got bucked on that jump after the hip, so I just told him to increase the rebound damping, slow it down, and he got a lot better. So here it is, pedal into this jump, and I just let it roll, and I pretty much went deep on this one. gave it a couple pedals, and went deep on the big one. Step on, step off is always a little sketchy. I don't know, for some reason. But yeah, that's
That was a little sketchy.
they're rolling really fast this year, so the speed was just after the rock hit, pedal into that jump, and you can just let it roll. And I think a little bit of a brake check for the step on, step off would be good, because I always come into that overcook it and kind of flat landed on that one. But the rest of the jumps, they're pretty good. So yeah, rolling good this year. Just no brake it and you should be good. Just tap a little brake for the last step on, step off, and should be good to go. And make sure your rear shock rebound is slow. And I run my high and low speed rebound, 2 clicks from fully closed. You don't want to be thinking about how your bike's gonna react when you coming into the jumps. You want to have total confidence in the bike and just be concentrating on doing the jumps. So make sure your rebound in the rear shock is really slow. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, so down you gotta brake. Was it you on the jump?
Yeah, I got you from there.
Was pretty, like, it wasn't real sketchy, but the step on, step off was sketchy.
Okay.
Thank you. How's that cold turkey? I think I'm gonna take one beeline right to the bottom. That was enough adrenaline. Oh yeah, bro. I was like, I don't know if I should brake, but frick, am I going for it? Oh, it was nice.
I heard you lock up your fucking back brake right here too, bro. Oh, but I heard the. I was like, holy
bro, you seen Jamie on this?
Yeah, no, I never seen him. That's what he was telling me.
Oh, that was me, like riding the front wheel. I was like, holy shit.
Oh,
And he went into the rocks.
Shit, Jamie.
And here we go. This is my favorite trail on the mountain besides Dirt Merchant and A-Line, and it's big, 50-foot gaps.
Woo!
And you can hear me lock the rear brake just to bring the front end down on both of the jumps. Some moto technique. And bike wash station right when you come out of Heart of Darkness. They moved the ones by the bottom of the lift due to crank work, so this one was up by the HOD. And going home, gotta hit up Canucks. They have the Ahi Poke Bowl. This is at Vancouver Airport. And yep, that's what the flight back was like for me. Then had to hit up Zippy's on Oahu and Coco Head Cafe for breakfast. Flight back to KAUAI from Oahu. Yep, same thing. Bike made it. And reassembly on KAUAI. See you next year.